What up? What up? What up? What's good, y'all? It's your boy ARP. Welcome back to the Sorry Is True podcast. I need y'all to bear with me today, man. I'm still sick. I'm coming around the corner though. I'm coming around the corner. I had a Theraflu yesterday, like around 12 p.m. in the afternoon. It put me down for like an hour. It hit. I ain't gonna lie. The daytime Theraflu. Then I had another one last night. That one put me down nice and early. But I woke up feeling decent. I'm gonna get in the gym today. Still, I could feel enough energy for that. So if I can get in the gym, can't be that bad, right? And I feel like I can get through a stream without blowing my nose a million times. I got my tea up here, nothing crazy. This is just like one of the morning breakfast bags, a little bit of honey in here. I got a holes ready to go for this stream too. So bear with me, y'all, if I gotta jump off stream for like 5 seconds and blow my nose or anything like that. Yo, it's life. All right. Y'all grow up, man. But you see the title. Little Meech responds to 50 Cent. Garci responds to Oschino. That was this is gonna be a follow-up to yesterday's stream. Kendrick's chess game. Got some interesting stuff I want to talk about, what I mean with that in the title. And Diddy dropped, man, dropped by one of his lawyers. So y'all know, if y'all follow this podcast, if y'all follow this channel, I like to do one topic at a time. You know, we normally sit down and we investigate and we build and we come up with some theories and some angles and we talk. We get into our sorry is true, you know what I'm saying, type mode. But here we are on a Saturday, and we're so much in the news cycle and we're covering so many different topics around here, chat, that I have to at times, every once in a while, you're gonna see me mesh topics. I have to. There's no other way I'm gonna be able to keep up. Um, and some of this stuff, like we said, is follow-ups. The Kendrick and Drake thing is forever. We will follow that until until one of them quits hip hop. Diddy's trial hasn't even started yet, so of course we're gonna stay on that one. And this the 50 Cent and the BMF thing. You know, these are all big hip hop newsworthy topics. So all right, let's start to walk. Because obviously we got a lot of stuff to go over. And if I look at my chat, man, shout out to Dion Sardines. He is the first person that dropped a comment in the chat this morning. The chat is up here as soon as I open up the stream before I come on and go live. So I take a look in as I'm putting things together, getting my tea together and all that. I'm watching and seeing what y'all talking about. And unfortunately, I see this comment here. So I'm just like, oh man, I literally just found this out right here at 8:29 a.m. Here it is, 8:33 a.m. We're at now, from Dion's comment, man. So thank you, chat, once again for keeping me in the loop. But let's pay our proper respects. 30 seconds ago, I brought this up so we could take a look in. So the Notorious B.I.G.'s mother, Valletta Wallace, has died or passed away. I don't need to try to go through this article to try to find out why she passed and all of that. That doesn't necessarily matter to me. And I say that in the respect of, you know, if it's something, you know, extreme or something that would make the family hurt more, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to recognize the fact that one of hip hop's legends, icons, greats, goats, um, his mother was obviously essential in his life, played a part in his estate for years after he passed. We've continued to see her name and her represent the family and his name very, 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 very well. She is always come across as a very classy woman and is to be respected as a pillar, one of the pillars in our hip hop community. It's not just the artists, it's also the people that inspired you, the people that are behind you, the people that support you, the people that birthed you, right? So that's what I mean when I say I don't want to, if the article, I don't want to read into, you know, any of the misfortunes. I just want to recognize the fact that a great has passed away. And I pulled up this website just to make sure that the comment, you know, I started seeing it on the internet. So this appears to be true news. And condolences to the family, condolences to the friends. She gets to join her lovely son. You know what I'm saying? Chris up there, and we want to pay our respects, people. Okay. Um, yeah, I see people saying in the chat, yeah, ignore that. Yeah, I'm not even going to read the article. But once again, shout out to the chat and thank you for keeping me in the loop as always, people. Okay. Let's start to move now towards what else we got going on. I'm probably going to go through these topics as they're in order up here in the title. So the Little Meech and, you know, response to 50 Cent. Yeah. The Garci and the Oschino one, that's not even going to be big news. Like, I feel like that's more of an underground thing. That's more of a Philly thing, maybe a tri-state thing. And I'm not trying to shit on that. There could be people in California that's following that story for all I know, because Oschino's been bombing for like a week. It's not a big story, but there's like the man element, and just there's just certain aspects of this that I it's just up my alley to cover. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all enjoyed yesterday's stream for those that checked in, and we're gonna follow up. And I got some footage to bring up of Garci's response here. The man brought some files and some, for lack of better words, proof to the table. And it's only right that if we cover yesterday and we play some of Oschino stuff and allegations, that we also play Garci's response. We gotta do the man thing on that. Kendrick's chess game once again. Some of that's gonna tie into one of my previous streams. You see in the thumbnail, you see XXX, you see Drake there. I want to talk a little bit more about some of that. And I got a video to play when we get to Diddy's top. I'm gonna save the Diddy one for last, man, because he's got news every fucking day. I can't keep up with Diddy shit. Like I told you, bear with me. Y'all have seen this cup before, right? The one that says weird being the same age as old people. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Coles last a month instead of 2 days at my age now, all right? All right, let's get it. First one that we're going to bring up, like I said, let's go. So we saw this hit Instagram. And it's wild to put in the title, Lil Meech response to 50 Cent, but they're having like an Instagram war, right? Like 50 obviously started all of this with his rap picture saying, I think I'm Big Meech. He put up pictures of Tammy. He's put up trolling videos of Lil Meech. And, you know, his Instagram is such a large platform. That's what's being used in this whole attack and war, right? And that's why people would interpret a lot of posts coming from either like a Rick Ross or a Lil Meech right now as a response. So we see this picture get posted to Lil Meech's Instagram, and it says real power. Okay. So there's a play on the word power right there, right? We're gonna act like rappers, right? And we're not gonna let that go over our heads, right? Real power. Okay. Multiple meanings there. We don't gotta jump too deep into that. But it's a picture of Lil Meech, Floyd Mayweather, and Rick Ross. I don't know who that guy is all the way to the right. I don't even know if he's supposed to be in the picture or not. But obviously we're gonna focus on these three people. I guess at this point you would say all three of them are 50 Cent's ops right now, right? All three of them. I mean, if you're gonna be calling out Lil Meech and posting his private text messages and calling his father a snitch and all this type of shit, you should be enemies with the son at this point. Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent obviously had a fallout in the past, right? Didn't we hear a story that they had like a little fist fight, little shake up, like in the crib, like little private thing or whatever? We know how close they used to be, though, right? 50 Cent used to walk Floyd out to his fights and, you know, hold his belt in the ring for him. And I'm pretty sure 50 did things for Floyd and Floyd did things for 50. And they seem like, I guess, a cool little friendship, right? They're both outspoken. They both are amongst the top of their games. Floyd being who he is in boxing, 50 being who he is in the hip hop culture. But they had their little fallout. It's for the ages, whatever. And then you got Rick Ross, right? Rick Ross and 50 Cent is probably one of the longest running beefs that we've watched in hip hop as far as like active. Like people could beef and it'll still be that, but they'll be quiet. 50 Cent and Rick Ross will find something to say about each other at least 5 to 10 times a year, it feels like, right? Whether it's a shot in an interview or Instagram post, it's something, right? And what are they, like 20 years in at this point? So we know 50. You stand next to his enemies or his ops, and he doesn't do the play the middle thing. He doesn't do the stand in the middle of the fence thing. He does the okay, you know, you're automatically opposite. Hence his issues with Fat Joe, hence his issues how he got into a Jada Kiss and the locks, etc., etc., etc. Hold on, people. Let me try to stay healthy here. The honey helps. The honey helps. But and obviously the hot tea, it opens up your sinuses and all that, man. I need to breathe again. But this obviously is a response to 50 Cent. We're not gonna play stupid. So is the caption. What does this mean for 50 Cent though? It's not just the clicking up thing to me. What I would pay attention to if I'm 50 Cent can y'all look at this like a little mini what happened to Drake? Like, and so the whole 20v1 aspect of Kendrick and Drake's battle when it first started, right? So who did it feel like initially? It felt like it was Drake versus Kendrick versus Future versus Metro Boomin versus Kanye West. Came out and did an interview saying, we're all excited to see the downfall or like the dismissal or the removal of Drake or whatever, right? Keep an eye on shit like that. Sometimes people are too powerful to be removed from any arena that they're within by, like, let's say one or two people. Your feet are too planted. Your arms are too strong. Your reach is too strong. Your position is too solidified, right? To be removed. Like Drake can't just be removed by Kanye. Drake can't just be removed by Future. Drake can't just be removed by, well, he can just be removed by Kendrick, but obvious. Well, when I say removed, I mean that metaphorically as far as like taking a loss. But Drake is such a titan, you know, it damn near makes sense for Kanye in that interview to say, you know, we collectively, we are excited about the removal of Drake because Drake is out here cutting y'all women and disrespecting y'all or holding up songs or whatever, like anything that y'all blame Drake for, and y'all can't do nothing about it because he's a top selling guy and a top numbers guy, and he's this mega titan in the industry. 50 Cent could be looked at as similar. So the thing is, there's a difference between being liked versus being tolerated. It's a big fucking difference. Even 50's recent captions on his Instagram posts say, I know some of y'all don't like me, a lot of y'all don't like me, yada yada. He knows, but you still got to remove him. You still got to do something. Many of the people that have a problem with 50 aren't stronger than him, right? It's the collective that I start to pay attention to. Lil Meech, I'm not trying to say that he's some big muscle guy in the industry, right? But you never know of him, his father, BMF, they pull on enough people, you know, to kind of stand with them. I mean, it's still the industry, right? And wasn't there a song playing on one of Lil Meech's recent posts? Hold on, let me go back. I saw a recent post with Lil Meech that was playing ESTG in the background. It's on his IG, and I only mentioned that because ESTG was one of the people that was on the concert that got canceled. So I don't know if that's like a hint of still alignments, but all these people that still might have associations with BMF. Then of course you got Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a titan within itself too, right? Rick Ross is nothing to sneeze at. Rick Ross has a big platform. Rick Ross could get on his Instagram and make people turn towards narratives, and he had a lot of people following narratives on Drake, and Drake is one of them guys, right? Call Me White Boy and shit kind of got a ring to it, right? Drake had to rap about it because when Rick Ross was saying it and all that, people took to it. So Ross has a platform, hate him or love him, right? So when the enemies of your enemies and all that start clicking up together, and you got the 20v1 scenario, and you see 50 Cent, what he does is he tries to fight that, right? So like when Little Boosie just had an interview on Vlad, and Boosie was like, man, if I was Lil Meech, I'd say fuck 50 Cent because you disrespected my pa. I didn't take that as Lil Boosie disrespecting 50 Cent. I took that as, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. I'm standing with my father. The fuck are we talking about? So, you know, but 50 Cent still posted Boosie like kind of getting at him about it. Same thing with his recent attacks on Joe Budden. Joe Budden's title of his video goes up and says 50 needs therapy. 50 Cent attacks Joe for it. I need therapy. Fuck about you walking around naked and all that type of sleepwalking and all that, right? 50's trying to also, you know, warn other people, stay out of this, mind your business, be quiet, because you don't want to end up fighting 100 people. But if they decide we need to remove you because you're too much of a bully or too much of a titan, you will end up fighting 100 people or 20 people the same way Drake did. Just something to pay attention to when it comes to 50 Cent, because he himself knows that his strength and his antics ain't liked by everybody. So, I also will say the angle of Little Meech here and Rick Ross, which is something that's still a little annoying to me. Give me a second. The honey. I need that. So we saw that video hit the internet too of when Rick Ross and Lil Meech, there was, talking over the music in the club and, they in each other's ears, a couple words being exchanged or whatever. God knows how long or short that conversation was. We're not going to speculate and act like we know what was being said. Somebody could have got checked. Somebody could have got questioned. A small alliance could have been reestablished at that moment. Who the fuck knows, right? I will say this though. I always felt it was gonna be weird for Rick Ross to stand next to Little Meech after that text message that 50 Cent exposed. I mean, the text message clearly said, "Fuck Rick Ross. He just threw my father a check so that he could pay his bills until the next season." And 50 says, "What next season, little nigga?" So you're telling 50 Cent flat out in what you thought was a private text message, "Fuck Rick Ross, and it's just about getting a check out of him." If I'm Rick Ross, it's got to be fuck you too then, right? I'm not saying that we into it. I'm not saying that we got beef, but I can't ignore that text message. Our trust is broken forever. So seeing a picture like this fast forward, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like Rick Ross playing the internet game still, right? There's no way if Rick Ross has any street intuition about him that he can trust Little Meech after that point. You can't even really trust Big Meech after that point, right? If your son is saying that, your son's a grown ass man, so I gotta pay attention to what he says. This is playing chess on the internet. Then this is probably similar to Rick Ross when everybody says Rick Ross knew what he was doing when he did that initial video with Big Meech. Some of that is to troll 50, and that's happening right here again. Rick Ross takes this picture. It's all to troll 50 Cent back. But there's no way that when the camera's cut off, Rick Ross could walk away and say, "Yeah, that's my nigga Lil Meech. And, we just talked." And no, you got to look at him with the side eye forever now, even if you're around him. And maybe y'all still want to keep it cordial and everything. Keep it like, we'll have a little conversation, blah, 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 because y'all all in Florida or y'all run around together and y'all all in the industry. So it don't even got to be in Florida. Y'all bump into each other, these clubs and whatnot, moving around the industry. So you chop it before it gets too many legs from the internet. Say, "Yo, we good. But I got my eye on you, nigga, like because of what you said." So I don't know what else to take from this picture. I really don't. Other than the warning, 50 Cent, don't be the next Drake, because there's a lot of people that don't like your bully ways in the industry. And number two, Rick Ross, you ain't gonna act like this is a genuine picture because you read the same fucking text message that we read, motherfucker. So that's what I gotta say about them. All right. Chat. Is there anything else I'm missing when it comes to Little Meech's response to 50 Cent? Is there anything? This is like a little intermission, and also real quick, I'm gonna timestamp videos like this or lives like this when I put multiple topics together. So if you happen to watch this later on, if you're not here when we're live, you catch a replay later on during the week, whatever. Go ahead and take a look at the description below. The timestamps will be there shortly after this video is done processing after the live ends. So I got y'all. Well, quick intermission, y'all. Let me get some of this honey once again. Did I miss anything? I don't know what this was about, Nilson. That was the post playing ESTG. Oh, you think Lil Meech is taking shots at ESTG? I mean, we haven't heard. I haven't heard of any of the artists that were on the show speak out about the show being canceled. We haven't. I haven't even fully heard somebody give the explanation as to why it was canceled. We all know why, right? Or we could assume logically why, but I don't know. There could be issues with some of the artists and Meech, and I mean, you never know. Man, you tried it. You ain't never lie. And shout out to 215. That's the next topic. We about to go there in a second. Shout out to the mods and shout out to the members. You know what I realized the other day? I didn't even realize that I could stream straight to members only. I'm gonna do a couple members only streams. I thought I could only upload straight to members only, but all right. I don't see too much new stuff coming into the chat. So in a second, we about to just move to the second topic. I saw it was 900 tickets sold in a 41K stadium. The concert, that bill was crazy. So to not even sell 10% of the tickets would be wild. That bill was really crazy. They had a lot of firepower on that show. So that's wild to see. That's wild to hear. This tea gonna fuck around, make me hot. I bet you by the third topic, I gotta take this hoodie off. Either that or turn the fire off. All right, let's get to it. Garci and Oschino. Backdrop for anybody that didn't see yesterday's stream. Meek Mill's artist or signee or label mate or partner or homie or friend, Garci, somebody that I know from Ape Gang, the Philly rap scene and DVD era and all that, and mixtape scene. And Oschino, somebody that we know from Rockefeller days, right? And State Property. They got into it recently. I guess to make that summary short, from Oschino's perspective, Oschino has been talking in Meek's direction for quite some time. He has his own personal issues. He looks at Meek as his little brother from their come up days. Garci jumps in his DM. I guess Oschino took it as a threat. Garci has kind of like a Meek Mill enforcer reputation to some people's perspective, right? Especially after the Mike Knox situation, right? And Oschino got that DM from Garci and he flipped out. He started doing a bunch of lives. He started riding on Garci, and he got to a point where he started putting our allegations on Garci. This was all on Oschino's own social media and his own YouTube channel. 2 days ago, he took the same story to the Say Cheese platform. And if I go to Say Cheese right now, let's see how many views it is. Let's go to Say Cheese. Posted 1 day ago. Oschino goes off on Garci. He stopped rapping to become Meek Mill's bodyguard. It's now at 123,000 views. And I told y'all yesterday, if Oschino continues like this, my prediction is Vlad is next because he has a good relationship with DJ Vlad. And he said he's on a 30-day, month-long exposed tour on Garci, right? So we covered it. You know, I'm a very, very big fan and supporter of the Philly scene, the Philly rap scene. I have a lot of respect for what they did, not just battle rap, but hip hop. I follow all of those guys. And seeing this caught my interest, like, and I had Oschino on here before. And I shot Oschino a text. Let me stay true to my statements while I'm on live. And let me even look at my phone for all I know. I know it's still early. I shot Oschino a text message at 7:37 a.m. It is now 8:53 a.m. Okay. So about an hour and a half ago, I text Oschino. It was very, very early in the morning. So he may not have read it yet, may have read it yet. Who knows? But I text him pretty much letting him know, like, man, if this, you know, maybe it's time for me and you to do another stream together, because I saw the Say Cheese interview, and now that I see Garci's reaction, let me bring that up here while we're setting the stage. I have some questions I would love to ask Oschino. Now I know Oschino is very, very outspoken, and obviously, like I said, we streamed together before, and he doesn't duck any cameras. He just doesn't. But I have some questions for him because I know me, opposed to like if he does Vlad or if he does Say Cheese, those are interviews. Cool. I actually want to have a debate with Oschino because after Garci's response, I have some very tough questions that I would ask Oschino. And it would just, it wouldn't be any disrespect. It'd just be two men up here just debating some differences of opinions or some questions, the tough questions. And I know Oschino was fit for it. So we'll see. If he wants to come on the stream, y'all, I'll get him up here. But I shot him a text. If not, we're gonna still speak on this topic, and it's still shout out to Oschino and a shout out to Garci. Okay. Now let's get into this. The R allegations to me were obviously the biggest things that were going to get legs after Oschino goes on Say Cheese that Garci would probably want to clean up or at least address for himself, for his friends, for his families, for his associates, for his business, for his reputation. Garci says himself, he has a daughter, right? Oschino being somebody that will go live on you, like he says, I'll make money on you every day on YouTube, exposing you. It's not easy in the internet era or social media days to sit there and just allow yourself to be called out of your name like that. Even if you feel like I don't do the social media thing. Nobody that comes from our era, me, Oschino, Garci, we didn't grow up the internet thing. That's not how we responded to shit. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I said this for Big Meech prior. I said, this is what Big Meech came home to. Sometimes you have to fight the internet with the internet. Unfortunately, I've been there too, right? And that pressure in less than 24 hours made Garci respond. He goes live. I think it's on his Instagram as well. And he addresses the R allegations. And we'll get into some of the other stuff that he addressed as well. But let's go to the big topic first. Let's see what Garci has to say about it.
I'm like, whoa. Let me call her. We don't be playing like this. Let's get Snow on this phone. I'll call you back. Yo, Snow, what we talking about, bro? She talking about, yo, bro, I gotta holler at you about something right quick. Yo, bro, I gotta holler at you. I'm like, man, fuck all that. You telling bitches, you telling people that I fucked you, like, and then on top of that, you telling people I fucked you in your ass. What type of time is you on?
Quick pause there, people. Quick pause there. I pick apart words. Y'all know me. But I can't speak for Garci, and I don't want to, unless he worded that incorrectly and he didn't mean to say that. He said, you telling people that I fucked you, let alone that I like that, right? That to me, those words, unless he misspoke, implies that he never even fucked the girl, right? Do I need to play it again? Am I tripping, people? Right?
Bitches, you telling people that I fucked you, like, and then on top of that, you telling people I fucked you in your ass. What type of time is you on?
Okay. So if y'all interpret that the way that I interpret that, Garci's saying clearly within that sentence that he didn't even, I mean, the R allegations is one thing, let alone he's saying I didn't even have sex with the woman. Okay. All right. So let's continue.
She got quiet, bro. The bitch start tweaking out. This bitch said, nigga, my butt hurt. Nigga, my butt hurt. I'm looking at the phone like, whoa, this bitch lost her mind. Let me get up out of here. This ain't really even my type of vibe. I'm out here. All right, yo, I'm gonna holler at you. Bang. Bang on the bitch, right? What happened the next day? The next day, I get on the phone with her family. I ain't gonna say which one. I get on the phone with her family. I'm like, yo, what's up with your folks? Why she playing with me like this? They're like, man, we trying to get her some help right now. She lost her mind. This and that and this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
somebody's got to stand on that. Can't retract stuff like that. People, y'all know I'm gonna be fair as shit always. I respect Oschino and Garci, right? Being fair. We covered Oschino's side. Now we doing the response from Garci today. People, this conversation he's saying that he had, if he had it with that family member or whoever that was, that's telling him the next day after this situation starts to unfold with this girl in the middle and this girl in the situation, this girl Snow, and the person says, yeah, man, I'm sorry, we're trying to get her some help. You are telling Garci, in so many words, she's possibly doing all of this because she has mental issues, right? Now, I know these are Garci's words, but if that person that he had this conversation with, that Garci, at least for this moment, decided, I don't want to say this person's name, right? If Garci ever wants to put that person's name out, that's another card in the spades game to slam on the table. I'm speaking to family members, and the family members is telling me that this woman is having issues. Okay? These type of allegations are very, very serious. And this is another reason why, as much as this might not be a big topic to the overall masses of the internet, it's responsible for me to cover both sides of it, right? And that's what Garci just said. So that family member got to stand on that as well. That's all I'm saying.
We like, just ignore her. That's still my family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even pay that shit no mind, right? So I'm like, all right. But while we on this topic, let me go ahead and send you the video. Cause see, the thing that Snow didn't know, nigga, I got cameras in my shit. The bitch slept on my couch, nigga. I got cameras in my couch. I got cameras in my living room, nigga. It's cameras right on the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't be playing with niggas' names like that, calling niggas rats, faggots, or rapists. When we start moving like this, So go ahead. I'm gonna send the proof out. Cause one thing I do, bro, I don't play about my name. I'm gonna send the proof out, huh? Here go the they're like, damn, that's crazy. Look at whoop-de-whoop, this shit fucked up, right? And then I get a call from somebody else. Yo, what's up with this? Don't you got cameras in there? Yo, I do. I'm gonna send you the drink the same way I just sent the family member the footage. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I send that shit out, what happened?
Well, he's sending footage around. Cameras in his crib from where there's allegedly allegations. He's sending footage around. Okay. It's one thing to not like somebody. It's one thing to have a vendetta or have an issue with somebody. When you put an accusation on somebody and then somebody comes back with proof, the last thing you ever want to do is ignore it. That's not real to do. Okay. I did hear in Oschino's interview, he was like, yeah, but that's only 5 minutes of the footage. Where's the rest of the footage? I'm just saying, the man is saying that he's got footage and he's got his living room recorded and this woman is in the footage. And I believe he's about to bring some of the footage up in a second. Just saying, that's not to be ignored.
Boom. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm like, yo, why they playing? Why Snow playing with me like this? Bro, Snow told these people that I gave her a fucking blanket that was cooking up in a chemical machine. What the fuck is a chemical machine? Bitch, you need to stop watching movies. You losing your fucking mind, man.
I ain't ignoring that one neither. Oh, man. Are y'all learning me? Y'all see the consistency of how much I'm very sensitive with these type of allegations, people. Y'all learning me yet? I don't like this stuff, man. That's why I was passionate about the Jay-Z one. I didn't like that back stock room Macy's story about Diddy. I think Diddy did a lot of fuck or foul shit. But that particular story, or the girl that was on camera crying with her lawyer, and then they exposed her text messages, that she tried to hit her boyfriend up, like, yo, if we deliver this story, I'll break you. I don't like it, because men got it so tough when it comes to our allegations. It's one of the top 5 things you could put on a man to destroy his image and his credibility and his reputation. It's to be treated with sensitivity, people, or at least a form of respect, right? It's not, people throw it around so easy. I'm not talking about I'm talking or Garci. I'm talking about in general, people throwing them allegations around. It's scary. It's fucking scary. That's why even if I ever hear about somebody that got it, like, I'll follow up and I'll listen and I'll hear people out, or I'll listen to phone calls, or I'll read shit on the internet, and I still try to make sure that I can get to a spot of it being purely 1000% black and white, but because I know how scary it is. And part of me also is just like, damn, if it was me, I wouldn't want people to move on me if they had some gray shit. If you move on me and my name, that means it is 1000% proven that ARP did that shit. Other than that, I would not want people to move on me with a situation like that, because the shit is really so fucking detrimental to a man's reputation and who he sees in the mirror. Some of these men like Garci have daughters. You can't be a father. You can't be a man, period. But you definitely can't be a father if you didn't took some shit from a woman. So that's why it's just like, I be so careful with this shit, man. But I paused it after that last piece that he said, because, he said he had a conversation with his family member, and the family member's like, yo, she's a little, don't worry about it, we're trying to get her help. He's saying that she's telling people something about he gave her a chemical laced blanket. Oh, allegedly, a chemical laced blanket. I'll be honest, chat. It's the first time I ever heard that shit. I never heard that before. We might hear some wild shit from a Diddy party, or you might see some documentaries on the internet about these drugs that these prostitutes in these third world countries be giving niggas, and it paralyze them or make them compliant and make me help you rob me. Like, we hear about all that type of shit. I ain't never heard about a fucking laced blanket. This is my first time ever hearing that shit, watching Garci's fucking video. And if she told people he gave me a chemically laced blanket, I know there's nothing new under the sun, but There's a little cause to pause there, people. And then if it's confirmed that she actually told people that, the contradiction comes in that even in Oschino Say Cheese interview, Oschino is saying that she told him, because this is Oschino's story on Say Cheese, that it was after she took a drink of the water, she fell out for 8 hours. So then this is the type of shit that Alex Spiro got to walk into the court when he's defending Jay-Z and said, which one is it? You told this person over here it was a bottle of water that allegedly drugged you. You told these people over here, though, that is a chemically laced blanket that knocked you out. And then anytime the story changes, I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm uncomfortable with it, people. Let's continue.
I gave you a blanket that was fucking cooking in a chemical machine and made you pass out. Like, stop it, man. What's wrong with you? Right? So then dig this. Let's go back to these text messages, right? Let's go back to these text messages. In fact, we're going to go back where we left off at, right? She sent me these eyes, right? I said, yo, listen, Snow, I know you sick in the head. I'm not even going to take this, what you're doing right now, personal. You're more than welcome to FaceTime me so I can share my screen and show you the tape, or you can call the cops and have them call me. I'll go show them. After that, go ahead and go where I'm at. Go ahead and I'm going to block you. And then I'm going to pray for you. But I'm not dealing with this after the night. She said, boy, you know what you did. I don't give a fuck about none of that. She said, you ain't got no choice but to deal with it, whatever, right? Then this bitch text my phone, bro. She say, please send the same video that you showed my sister and Tiana, right? And then she said, I'm at the doctor's getting checked. Now the detectives are coming in to get my statement. I'll let them know that you have a video to share with them, right? I said, yo, let me know when they get there. I'll pull up myself to show you and them the video. After that, go and get some help, Snow. This bitch crazy. Look what she writing me, bro. Then look, I said, yo, you crazy and shit, Snow. That's sad. I opened up my doors for you and you talking this bullshit. I don't even fuck bitches in their ass willingly, let alone raping the bitch to fuck them in their ass. I don't play with, don't play with me like this, man. I said, I'll pull up to any police station. What nigga gonna do something to a bitch and then get to this? I'll pull up to any police station in front of any detective to get him the footage myself. Outside of that, it ain't nothing else to text me about. Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. Come on, man. What bitch? Like, why am I keep on texting you about this? You know what I'm saying? Why am I texting you? Why am I telling you to let me know what police station you go to? Why am I doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm one of them ones. I don't play like that, bro. Come on, man. This is me we talking about, man. Right? But hold on. You know, niggas like, oh, that nigga, he's a hoe, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought the nigga was once upon a time a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ended up here in the first place. Because for one, me having a good heart, you know what I'm saying? And then two, me thinking niggas is real niggas. But I'm going to get to O in a minute. Right now, let's go back to Snow. Since this nigga Oschino talking about, you know, he raped my homie Snow. That nigga throwing out a bunch of lies, man. This bitch is laying down by herself. Wake up, eating fucking tasty cakes with her fat ass. Her fat ass wake up, eating tasty cakes and chilling. Bro, I wasn't even in the county in 2008. Try again. Look at this, man. Look, bro. Only two kinds of people do this, man. Old people and smokers. They're the only ones that fucking pick up sunglasses and put it on top of their fucking head. Come on, man. What we talking about here, man? Then look at her. She just chilling. Start stealing dollars off the floor. Come on, man. Right? Now let's get the
It's another piece of this outside of the R allegations we're gonna get to. Chat, how y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the text messages that he showed and the footage that he showed? How y'all feel? Let's see what's going on in the chat before I get back to my own. All right, y'all are a part of this. Try the 215 says video footage don't mean nothing. So I guess in the chat people are saying the footage don't mean nothing. Okay. Sandy Chance says that footage didn't prove anything. Okay. Mr. Z says seems to me like she's making it up to try and get a bag out of him. Crazy thing is, I don't even think this is about a bag or no civil suit or nothing like that. I think what's being already discussed thus far is if she's got any mental issues, because he said that a family member told him that. And then we saw, or we're hearing of two different stories, a lace blanket versus a bottle of water that did it. Right. So, you tried it sounds like a schizophrenic to me. Brian Ross says he ain't do it. LOL. So here's the thing about that footage. Like, if you're Oschino and you continue to badger on each other back and forth with the responses going like this, you know what Oschino does? Oschino says, you show the after. Like he already said that on Say Cheese. He said, you showing people 5 minutes. What about the other 50 minutes or the 8 hours or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's what Oschino is going to say. And Garci opens up a can of worms when it comes to the footage in this respect. It's like ASAP Relly's text messages. When he walked his phone into the precinct and he said, here, take my phone. There's evidence of our conversations of what happened from this alleged shooting. And they look at the text messages, and the text messages say, all right, yo, you shot at me, man. We supposed to be brothers and all that. I can't. And ASAP's like, shot at you. What are you talking about? Like get off my phone, goofy, and all that, blah, blah. The detectives say, all right, where's the conversation above that? When y'all set up the location to meet up and all this type of stuff, or y'all arguing and whatnot. Where's the rest? And, I don't have those. You know what I'm saying? You open up a can of worms right there. He even calls, like what we said about the ASAP video, reasonable doubt you create. Right? And ASAP had the text messages, of course, and he sent them in, right? And it became exhibits in the case. Rightfully so. That's why Garci opens up a can of worms here. Because if you're sending that piece of the video to people, and if you're walking around with it in your phone and you're showing it to people, and you're even showing it on Instagram Live to the rest of the world to continue to clear your name, I get it. And we're not going to ignore the text messages, and we're not going to ignore the footage. We're going to be real and say, the man's trying to clear his name. He's bringing some proof to the table. It's not to be ignored. Don't play about that, people. But at the same time, you open up a can of worms because people's going to not let you say, I have 5 minutes, but I don't have 5 hours. Like, you're recording, because that's when people start. Like, if I was a lawyer, if I was a prosecution, right? So you record your living room? Yes. Okay. You have cameras. How long have you had cameras in your house? I don't know. Since I lived there. Okay. How long do they maintain footage? They run and I replace the tapes eventually. Like, oh, how long? Because these devices, I have cameras. Like, they don't even, they're not tapes anymore. It's not the old school VHS shit anymore, or CD. It's a certain amount of time. I ain't gonna tell y'all what mine's is, right? Based on how much gig you have in your storage, it gets to that level, and then it cycles over, and then it starts to go over the old shit, right? That's what mine does, right? So let's say I have enough storage to keep 12 months, okay? When I get to the end of December 31st, right, then it starts to overwrite January 1st from the previous year, and it starts, you see what I'm saying? And those are the type of questions that you face. And we're not in a courtroom, people. I'm just saying, putting the footage online like that and using that opens up a can of worms. It opens up questions like when people say, show me from where she walked in to where she walked out. And then we're done. Right? Don't just show me her getting up and putting her glasses on and, like you said, eating the tasty cakes. Show us the beginning to the end. And then not only are you done, but you get to say, fuck anybody that shit on my name, fuck anybody that didn't believe me. I'm the man. Don't ever think that me as a father, I would do that. I'm Mr. Sturdy. You can't ever discredit my reputation. That's the spot that you're left in. You give everybody your ass to kiss. Everybody. So be careful, you know? And that's why I asked the question, people. He showed some text messages. He showed some footage. Where do y'all stand? The answer really to that is it opens up more questions to a degree, but he started to also defend himself, and you can't ignore that. That's the answer. Okay. There's another piece of this footage that we're gonna get into. What is it? 24:15 time mark. Let me go there. 24:15, 24:15, 24:15. That's about it. Let's go there.
To the internet and did this, man. This nigga went right to the internet and made a video, right? And this is what he said in this video, man. With a gun, right? Hold up. Nigga pulled up on me with a Meek Mill's old car with a gun. Oh my God. Niggas just said that he didn't tell. Hold up, man. Nigga pulled up on me with a Meek Mill's old car with a gun. Yo, bro. I don't want no trouble with you, You went to the fuck social media, fuck Instagram, fuck YouTube, nigga. You went to www. Nigga. That's World Wide Web, nigga. You went to the World Wide Web and told the whole fucking world that I pulled up on you with a gun and threatened your life over Meek Mill. Nigga, I am a convicted felon. I'm a convicted felon, What we doing, my nigga? I am a convicted felon. I never pulled up on you with a gun and threatened to take your life. What is going on out here? And then I'm looking at some niggas that I thought was real niggas. I thought they was real niggas. They talking about he, ha, key. Whoa, what's going on around here? What's going on? What's going on? He said you pulled up on me with a gun and threatened to take my life. I never even seen you, nigga. Why would you go tell the people I pulled up on you with a gun and Meek old car? This is awesome. This is what's going on today. And this is the niggas that's controlling the households of the women, bro. You are telling the people that I pulled up on you with a gun and threatened to take your life. Like I'm not a convicted felon. Nigga, I've been pulled over twice since last week after that, nigga. They say, yo, where is the gun? Where's the firearm? That's all we want. We just want the firearm. We don't care if you got no drugs on you. We don't care what else you got going on. We just want the firearm. We don't care about y'all bullshit beef. I've been pulled over twice. I'm getting harassed by fucking law enforcement, bro. Because you running around telling them I pulled out a gun on you, nigga.
So I got three more pieces to this topic here as it relates to Oschino and Garci. How do y'all feel about that? Let's be real, people. Street code is street code, and y'all hear me talk about it a lot of times because why do I talk about street code so much? And I sometimes I get comments or I get tweets from fucking Nimrods. ARPs talk about street code, but he's a civilian, so he's supposed to shut the fuck up. Like, first of all, even if I am a street nigga, I'm not supposed to, if I'm in the streets, I'm not supposed to tell you on camera. That's number one. I'm not. But even if I am, I'm not supposed to tell you. Okay. That's number one. Number two, sometimes there's a little bit of irony in the things that I say, if you can keep up. I mean, this channel, this podcast isn't for the mental midgets, right? Sometimes I'll add a little irony or I'll add a little sarcasm to ensure that I'm being correct as possible. I ain't perfect, but being as correct as possible in the things that I'm saying publicly, right? I try to be responsible. I really do. And the reason why I talk about the street code so much as well is not just because maybe I come from it. See, I just did it right there with the word maybe, if you keep up. Is because maybe I come from it or because maybe I understand it so much, but also because people that claim to be street people a lot of this stuff would be more black and white, more cut and dry if they follow those rules that they claim to inherit, right? So I call it out and I use it to make things more black and white and stop all the debate that's always in the gray. It's easy to debate when things are gray. Everybody's supposed to shut the fuck up when it's black and white. Don't tell me the sky is purple like Academics does for Drake. I can look up and see that it's not purple. You see what I'm saying? So that's why one of the reasons why I bring up the code so much, to make things black and white. And this is one of the tough questions that I would ask. Oh, yeah, make sure he didn't text me. This is one of the tough questions I would ask. Oh, I would ask. Oh, are you a street guy? Are you a street nigga? Now I know. Oh, I think he's a little bit older now, and hopefully he's looking at himself like, I'm out the streets. You know, I did a lot. I done been in jail for murders, attempted murders and whatnot. I done been shot 10 times. You know, I think I've been shot more than 50 Cent. Oschino. I done been here. I've been there. I'm into legal money now. I ain't in the streets. I do my paintings. I do my hustles. I get on social media. I do my interviews. And that's dope. You get to a certain age where you survive, and then you get away from the streets. You get out the bullshit. I'll have so much appreciation and admiration for that. But then my question would be, okay, as an ex-street nigga, do you still follow street code? And that right there would be like the setup. Like, let's see if he says yes or no. If he says yes, the next thing is, do you believe that this is a street situation when y'all are exchanging text messages about pulling up on each other? Do you believe that this is a potential street situation? Now, that's a setup question. Once again, Oschino already indirectly answered that on Say Cheese by saying, Say Cheese asked him, like, why'd you give me a low or whatever? He said, why'd you tell him? He said, I wanted to see what kind of car he was in. Because if he pulled up in the bulletproof truck that we know that he drives around in, then I know what type of time he's on. Right? And Garci shows text messages that interact. It looks like damn near Garci pulls up, and it looks like O is dropping on him because Garci can't see where O is. It looks like he's like, yo, where you at? Where you at? You at? I think he shows the text messages in his live. And Garci's like, no, I see what you pulled up in. Ain't nothing else to talk about, pussy. Like, so through the text thread and through y'all exchanging, yo, we pulling up on each other. This ain't no how the prosecution tried to defend ASAP Rocky, like, oh no, we're just brothers trying to pull up on each other. This is street shit. No denying it. For Garci and O, that means when you pull up on each other like this, if y'all talk, y'all talk. If it goes some other way, that's what y'all knew. At least if you got to be street enough from your past to know when we pull up in the midst of this type of incident or confrontation or disagreement, it could go left or it could go right. I've been there before too. It could go left or it could go right. You know that, right? So then, knowing that it's a street situation, having these type of text messages, saying that possibly you still follow or abide by street code, like snitching, etc. The question then becomes, are you supposed to be on camera saying you pulled up on me with a gun? I'll let y'all answer that. Those are the type of tough questions I would like to debate with somebody like an Oschino, only because I respect them. If I don't have no respect for somebody, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to text you. I don't want to have a debate with you. Oschino don't owe it to me enough. You know what I'm saying? We just potted before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We don't know each other personally, but I feel like we're aligned in some of our philosophies, right? So those are the tough questions I would love to ask people. Like, do you feel like saying that publicly is the right thing to do, considering your background, considering the nature of why y'all pulled up on each other? I would love to ask that question. So this is a point for Garci, in my opinion, to keep it 1,000. To keep it 1,000. Let's touch on the Mike Knox thing real quick because that came up in Garci's interview. I still feel like that footage coming out was wrong. I still do, because the man, whether his whether his aura was compromised or not, whether he was intimidated or not, whether he was pressured or not, whether he was pressed or not, or even if it was 1,000% genuine, he's the one that pulled up and hopped out on y'all, and that's the way his energy and his wording was and the way that picture looked, that's fine. To me, it doesn't even matter. The fact is, an apology was said. Hands were shaked, right? Even if Garci walks away from that like, yeah. Or even if Mike Knox walks away from that feeling like, damn, I had to do it. whatever. Hands were shaken as men. Apologies were given and accepted as men. That footage ain't supposed to come out. Footage is not supposed to come out. You know, I think the only reason that footage could and should have existed is because you feel like I don't trust niggas. Like I said on yesterday's stream, niggas will act like this in my face, but then the moment we ain't around each other, they'll get online and it'll be rah rah this and this is what boom boom boom, and then here I come with the actual proof, right? That's the only reason that justifies that video. Like just niggas not trusting each other. Other than that, it shouldn't have come out, man. It really shouldn't have. So I would say, Garci says in this live, he extended an opportunity to Mike Knox, like, let's do a video together to show the internet that it ain't about nothing. Garci is too late for that. They're already killing Mike Knox, and they're already giving for you. It's not a loss to do another video with them. They're already giving you this the big bad bully win of how the picture is painted from that apology video. So Knox is gonna probably be uncomfortable with that video for a very, very long time. And no matter how much a man's feet are planted, we all have levels of pride and levels of ego. And him seeing that video continue to go around the internet, or that video coming up when his name is said, people will reference that. And Joey Jihad goes through the same thing. You know the infamous video when Joey Jihad, right? Joey Jihad could have got into shit and redeemed himself, or whatever could have happened behind that. But when people bring up his name and they talk about that video, that's always going to be a shot at your pride as a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to Mike Knox. So I don't know how you erase that moment. And offering Mike Knox an opportunity to do another video with him, I don't know. But that seems to be more of a Philly thing. I just read it from the outside looking in. And last but not least, this is one other question I would ask Oschino. So one of those tough questions once again. So during Garci's stream, he says, "Nigga, I just seen you in Target. You know, you told me I love you and we need to get together. We need to do this. You hugged me." Think of those two pieces. You hugged me and you said, "I love you." So I just seen you in Target. Time windows matter. It also changes who you are and what you really, really represent. And here's why. Garci saying that draws about this question for Oschino. When you saw Garci in Target, and when you hugged him and you said, "I love you," as per what Garci said in his live, if that really happened, was that before or after Oschino found out about the allegations from this girl? That is huge. Because if you found out about these allegations and then you saw me in Target and we didn't have any of this energy, we exchanged "I love yous" and hugs and pounds and daps, then this looks disgusting. Then it would look like, oh, me and you got into it because I DM'd you, or you felt threatened and I was really DMing you about Meek Mill. And then you felt like you had some old dirt on me and now you throw it on me. Well, even if it is true, these allegations, as a man, if that's how you feel about that situation, and if when you heard it, you believed it, then you never hug, shake hand, or tell "I love you" to Garci in Target. It's that simple. Okay? So I would love to ask, or somebody to answer that question. Was it before or after y'all just saw each other? All right. That's all. Boy, oh boy. Chat, how we doing? Chat, I want y'all to drop a fire emoji in the chat if y'all like me covering multiple topics at once. Or I shouldn't say if y'all like, I should say drop a fire emoji in the chat if you enjoy when we do more than one topic, right? Or, you know, if you like, nah, man, I like when we cover one topic at a time, let me know. Because sometimes, like I said, we're covering so much over here and I got to catch up and we got to do 2, 3, 4 different topics at a time. Drop a fire emoji if you rock with us doing multiple topics at the same time. All right, we got fire. We got fire. We got fire. Oh, okay, okay. Y'all cool. Y'all cool with this format too on the Sorry is True podcast. All right, team. I need y'all because if y'all don't rock with it, I can't do it. If y'all don't rock with it, I can't do it. If y'all don't rock with it, I can't do it. Let me tell you something else real quick too in this little brief intermission. Is she in here? We got a new mod that we added to the moderators team. Let me see if she's in there. I don't see. I'm scrolling up and I don't see her yet. Let me tell you something about my mods. I had mods that I asked to hit me up in prior. I'm like, if you're on a lot of the streams, hit me up and I'll add you to the mods. The last like 2 mods that I added, they didn't ask to be added. It's just that I see the way that they move in the chat and how consistently they're around, and I just added them. I know they wake up and they come in the chat and they say, "Why do I got this moderated icon next to my name?" I added you because it's an appreciation. When I see people in here that aren't even moderators and they do things like say, "Yo, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, share the video." They're interactive, they're respectful, because I like the debate and we can question each other. But when I see the respectful manner of what we try to keep over here and supporting of the channel and sharing and all that type of stuff, I might just turn you into a mod. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to keep an eye out. If I consistently see you a lot and I see the way you move in the chat, man, I might throw you some responsibilities that you haven't even asked for. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, chat. And I'm glad that y'all rock with shout out to Jess. I see Jess too much. I appreciate y'all rocking with the multiple topics. Okay, I wanna do the what is the title? What's the order of the title? The title has Kendrick before Diddy. Good, because I want to do the Kendrick one before I do the we'll close out with the Diddy one. Damn, I need another halls. My tea is done, but I got some water with me still. Need another halls. I ain't gonna do y'all like that and walk off and leave y'all here for 5 minutes while I go all the way up and get a halls or nothing like that. Born Rich, I see your comment. I don't play the game, so I'm cool. All right, Kendrick, this might be one of the shorter of the first 2 as far as topics. Let's get into it. So, Peekaboo. I just put those boogers in my chain. Peekaboo. The pop-up during his halftime show will forever be legendary. How he pops up and then he turns to the camera. I got somebody that DM'd me the other day that said that they're sending me some Kendrick halftime show related merchandise. If it comes through, of course I'll wear it on cam. But here's my intro before I get into Peekaboo. let me take the big screen back for a second. People, I had a conversation with a youngin yesterday about the halftime show. And me personal, I don't need everybody to align with me. People are gonna have different opinions, but it's important for me to say this and just mark it as a timestamp on the channel. In my opinion, I feel like the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show has became a historic moment in not only hip hop, but Black culture. That's my opinion. I would love to see the Super Bowl halftime show that Kendrick did get studied in classrooms 20, 30, 40 years from now. I really just appreciate the messaging that he's done. Not the over conspiracy reaching stuff that we see. I'm talking about the overall message of him playing the game and turning on the game within the same moment. This came up while I was talking about Serena Williams. I asked a little youngin, like, why do you think Serena Williams was there? Little youngin says, because that's Drake's ex. And I was like, yeah, that's the easiest answer. Right. But there's layers to people's answers. I sometimes speak in layers, have multiple meanings to some of the things I say. Kendrick, the way he does his visuals, him and Dave Free and their team, they're through the roof with it, with their videos and their shows. It's a thing of art. And I said, it's not just Drake, right? The tie-in to her getting scrutinized from when she crip walked at the Wimbledon, tournament versus her now doing it on an even bigger platform and stage during this whole narrative of Uncle Sam and the system being played. It's a beautiful moment in Black culture and hip hop history, right? Um, so there's all these types of textures and layers and messaging in that halftime show. One of the most dangerous ones though is Peekaboo. Once again, let's go back there. Okay, let's go back to Peekaboo. Now, I posted on my Instagram maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that, that the Peekaboo podcast episode that we did. And once again, big salute and shout out to Thought Crimes, because I believe that Thought Crimes had the theory first on the internet as far as Peekaboo being related to XXX's helping hand challenge and Drake trolling him and the allegations around Drake and the guy that was convicted and put out his appeal and Kodak Black song, all that type of stuff. But the Peekaboo song, here it is on my Instagram. I put it up December 30th, and the caption on my Instagram says, "My first Sorry Is True podcast episode from 2024 to crack 100,000 views." So that was December 30th. I posted that on my Instagram. We're now here closing out February. This video has doubled since then. As you see now, it's at 203,000 views, right? This topic on the internet is one of those snowball topics. Why? Because it's not just a conspiracy theory to the more people that cross it now. Of course, there's a Super Bowl element. Let me get there. But the snowball effect of like, even when people reach, or even when people go a little bit too far down a rabbit hole, like, come on, son. There's elements there that is just, it's impossible to ignore. Like how the song starts, the give a helping hand, right? It's impossible. Like, why did he do that? And you know, it just there's so many elements of it that lines up where it's just like, no, this is intentional. And I saw something else. Let me take the big screen for a second. I saw something else on the internet from a content creator yesterday. Content creator says, when Kendrick said the line, I know some shit about niggas that'll make Gunna wanna feel like a saint. That what he's saying, the true meaning to that is, because saying Gunna's name, especially in that time period, is reflecting to him and YSL's case, implying that he told, right, from what he did. And he's saying that I know some shit, and if I said it, it would make Gunna, as far as snitch allegations, look like a saint. But I can't say, I'll drop little things here and there, but I can't say it because then I'd be all out snitching. Spooky interpretation of Kendrick's lyric there. Spooky. Who knows? Kendrick knows. That's about it. I don't know. But we'll throw that out there. But back to the Peekaboo snowball, right? If you look at the comment that I pinned at the top of this video, I'm pinning one of my own videos, Drake's biggest problem he should worry about. This was over a month ago. And we did this stream, and I pinned it because I wanted people to take a look at that along with Maurice. I see you. Give me a second, homie. Along with the Peekaboo conspiracy, right? Reason being is because I took the position back then saying Drake's Peekaboo problem to me, from the snowball effect, if it gains big traction, is a bigger problem than Not Like Us, right? The Not Like Us stuff and the pedo allegations and all that, that's bad. That's big. And I think a lot of people clown him about that. And, Drake still moves around freely with the ability to say, show me the proof of when I actually touched a minor, right? Whether you think I'm a groomer or not. So he gets to take that position. But when it comes to the Peekaboo stuff, you got a billion XXX fans is like, no, we listened to the lyrics of you trolling his death. And yeah, you went to Florida and you did that challenge. And, even the name of the tour that you were on, the assassination tour and all this type of stuff. And yo, this is like, there was a life that was lost here. Right? Drake, I don't know if you were too much in your mafioso bag, but it's not good. And it is true. The aerial view of the Super Bowl is 3 X's. It's not a reach. It's the big X that they're all dancing in. And at the top of the X, there's 2 more little small white lit X's. It's 3 X's. It's not a fucking reach. He performed Peekaboo in the X. Why? Because we're all still reaching. And this is why I say in this video here, once again, that we got pinned to the top of the Peekaboo video, Drake's bigger problem to me still remains Peekaboo. Right? Now, Kendrick doing GNX at the Super Bowl. Man, you know, some of y'all done ran wild with the track list releasing. This is the track list. I exposed the track list. And this is a shitty track list. This don't even got the hits that we saw at the pop-out tour. And it's just like, damn, at least take a look at Kendrick's chessboard before you over-criticize. Because then you turn yourself into a fucking fool. You can't speak too fast with this fucking guy. Like, if I ever wanted to beef with Kendrick, I would take my time in my approach. I swear to God. I swear to God. Because this track list dominating the Super Bowl halftime show list and songs that he performed, first of all, business-wise, it makes sense because, like they said, a lot of his prior songs were under TDE, whereas here, under this PG Lang imprint, he owns 100% of it. Smart move, huh? When we come back to songs like Peekaboo, right? And you see that my video since December has doubled, right? The legs of Kendrick's attack on Drake are still formulating in other areas. The Not Like Us thing is out of here. It's 5 Grammy Awards winning type of shit. Let Peekaboo continue to get legs, which it is right now. And all the soaring numbers that were added to this man's album and this man's playlist ever since the halftime show. Let these videos continue to double and triple in views. Let the streams from this album continue to double and triple and him remain number one and have 5 songs in the top 10. Let this continue to get legs. The Peekaboo stuff is a problem for Drake, people. And this is another thing that I want to say about the Peekaboo problem. Hear me out. What I brought up here just now is Kendrick and SZA's upcoming tour. Okay. Kendrick Lamar and SZA 2025 tour date. So it starts April 19th. Dope. Minneapolis, they hit Houston, they hit Atlanta, they hit Charlotte, Philly, New Jersey, Mass. Look at all LA they got coming up twice, back to back. They got Vegas, Detroit, Chicago. The Toronto dates are still hilarious, right? We don't need to go there. Oh, he's only got one Toronto date at the end. Oh, that's smart. So you even get through most of your tour before you get to Toronto in case they boo you or any shit, right? That's smart. I didn't even notice that. But anyway, that tour is a problem tied to all the things that I just said about the problem that's building, another big problem that's building for Drake. Why? We just talked about what Kendrick was able to do with the viewership and the streams on his album and, you know, videos like mine and the conspiracy continue to grow legs. And the Super Bowl is massive. But one thing that the Super Bowl is that his tour is not. The Super Bowl is restrained to what? A 13, 14-minute window? Can't curse. Must be filtered. Got to move a certain way. Got to play the game. What do you think is going to happen on this tour? When Kendrick and SZA start coming out during some of these shows and they're doing 1 hour, 2 hour long sets. You know what I expect for anybody that's got a ticket to any of these tour dates? I expect Kendrick to be doing the same type of shit that he does in his videos and the same type of shit that he did at the Super Bowl. You think that Kendrick right now is just sitting on his ass, laying around, clicking through the movie channels right now that he's fresh off of the Grammys and fresh off the Super Bowl? That man is working his ass off right now. You know he's probably working on the set to his concert now. The same way you have to work on a set to his Super Bowl. Probably working on a set to his concert. You can see some of that on my gram too. I went to a show in a stadium show that had Busta Rhymes, Ciara, Timbaland, and Missy Elliott. right? Missy Elliott's set was like, it was like 90 minutes, it felt like, right? And the stage setups that she was doing to go with every song was incredible. It was one of the best stage shows and stage presentations that I've seen in a long time. The stage presentation, right? Certain songs, the background and UFO go hovering across the crowd and all that was coming out for certain songs. It's on my gram. Y'all check out some of the shit that I posted to show y'all like, oh, that's incredible what she did. What the fuck do you think Kendrick is gonna do when you remove the restrictions? Ain't no restriction. I'm even at the Super Bowl. He looked his ass dead in that camera and he said, "Stay, Drake. I hear you like them young." Even at the Super Bowl. When he gets to his tour, what if Not Like Us Now is performed the full song? What if Peekaboo, right, is done in some elaborate further XXX way? See how they're saying that him kneeling down like that on the GNX to start the show was a rendition of XXX's performance? What if he's got XXX up on the fucking big screen? Right? Just not saying it without saying it to people. Because I know some shit about niggas that are gonna want to feel like a saint. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. In these 2 hour long fucking sets with SZA. I might have been on to something over a month ago when I said Peekaboo is a problem that is building for Drake, whether people realize it or not. And him doing that shit at the Super Bowl and him doing it in ways that are being decoded, like within the X and all that, it's bad. It's bad. And so I wonder if Drake sooner or later is going to have an amount of pressure built up on him from something like this that he needs to address. I don't know. I can't see Drake sitting down and doing an interview talking about, like the pedo stuff. I assume his management and his PR team be like, we're never going to sit down and just allow somebody to ask us questions about that type of shit. What you might be able to ask him is like, so where do you stand with DeMar DeRozan? Or where do you stand with LeBron? Like, you might be able to ask him questions like that. You see him on these streams or whatever, you're not going to be able to ask him certain questions. But just imagine, then again, if you can't ask him those, you're not going to ask him about somebody that lost his life neither. But the XXX thing, Kendrick is applying a lot of pressure to that. And Kendrick used to support XXX a lot. Remember, he threatened to like pull some of his music off of, I think, Spotify if they took down XXX. Kendrick, this isn't just a Drake attack. Like, Kendrick fucked with XXX or XXX. I think this is it's tough. Drake, we thought it was, did the Grammys and the Super Bowl is it, huh? This nigga fucking Kendrick is a nightmare. Imagine a 2-year-long chessboard. All right. Let's get to the fourth topic. Diddy. Fucking Diddy. We haven't seen too much Diddy on this channel because once again, it's a mile a minute with him. It's just too much shit that he has going on. So I figured if there was some big developments that came around, we would probably cover it. But pretty much waiting for the trial to start. Once the trial starts and we see the actual defenses that his team puts up, some of the prosecution's attacks, see if new witnesses come in, new evidence or whatever that we didn't see yet or that went into discovery, who knows? That's going to open up Pandora's box and we'll be here to break it all down. But this one was one that I thought was worth at least still bringing up because one of the lawyers on his legal team quit. All right. One of the lawyers on his legal team said, "Yo, I'm up out of here, man." And it draws about speculation. Why'd you quit? You have a moral problem for quitting? Do you have a disagreement with your client? Let's take a look a little bit of the backdrop and then we'll give some opinion on that.
After Diddy's arrest, his defense team grew when he stacked on 2 more defense attorneys to join Mark Agnifilo and Tinny Garagos at the defense table. Now, the 2 that joined at the time were high-profile attorney Alexandra Shapiro, whose client Sam Bankman-Fried actually shared a unit at the detention center with Diddy, and high-profile death penalty attorney Anthony Rico. Now, while the pair joined around the same time, Anthony, in a court filing on Friday, said he's leaving the case. In the filing, Anthony Rico said, quote, "For the reasons set forth below, this motion for withdrawals is filed so that Sean Combs may move forward with his defense and to commence jury selection and trial without any delay. As a result of discussion with lead counsel Mark Agnifilo, this motion for withdrawal of counsel is filed. While I am aware that the local rule requires that an application for withdrawal of counsel is supported and granted, there are sufficient reasons related to protections afforded by the attorney-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case. Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs," end quote. Now, essentially in legalese, I quit, but I can't go into details because of attorney-client privilege. According to the filing, though, the defense shakeup won't delay the case. Diddy will continue with 5 attorneys. That's Mark Agnifilo, Tenny Garagos, Alexandra Shapiro, Jason A. Driscoll, and Anna Esteval. Now, a judge still has to sign off on the motion, but with the government taking no position on it and the fact Anthony Rico spoke with Mark Agnifilo about it before filing the motion, a judge will likely sign off on it. Now, as I mentioned, Anthony Rico is a very well-established death penalty attorney and was lead defense in up to 45 federal death penalty cases. His bio on the Fordham Law University website says some of the notable yet controversial cases included Anthony Rico serving on the counsel in the World Trade bombing conspiracy case and embassy bombing in 1998. And he stays busy. He also doubles as an adjunct professor of law at Fordham and has been practicing law since 1982. As for Diddy himself, as many of us know, he's been locked up on charges of federal sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, that last charge I mentioned, i.e. count 3 in his indictment, transportation to engage in prostitution, well, Diddy's lawyers are wanting that charge thrown out, citing it's from a racist law. Just days before Anthony Rico filed a motion to withdraw from Diddy's counsel, Diddy's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss that charge because they argue no white person has ever been the target of a remotely similar prosecution. So that charge is known as the Mann Act, which was previously named by Congress as the White Slave Traffic Act, which made it illegal to transport people across state or international lines for the purpose of prostitution. Here's the thing. Diddy's lawyer says the law has a history of racial bias. Diddy's defense seems to be gearing up toward his alleged criminal conduct wasn't criminal. It was his personal business of what was going on in his bedrooms or hotels or wherever the freak-offs occurred. So they're saying that count 3 wasn't transportation to engage in prostitution, but was just him using escorts, male escorts at that, to bring in as a third with his girlfriends, whereas the government...
All right. The allegations we'll get to in a second, as far as that claim that Diddy's defense just put in. And that's why I say when we get to the trial, we're going to see really what these lawyers is on, right? From both sides. When we get into this lawyer dropping out, the first thing that caught my eye was they put up his legal team. And this was the only black lawyer that he had. And that's the one that happens to withdraw. Now, he's going to be able to stand on that, what I assume and what I understand, my limited knowledge from client attorney privilege. As he said, once again, due to client attorney privilege, you don't got to go into depth about it, which means that you can tell your attorney, "Hey man, between me and you, I killed that nigga." You know what I'm saying? And it can't be used against you, and it can't be forced. It can't be forced into the court procedures, right? You can't force your lawyer, like, tell me what your client told you behind the scenes, or tell me what, in either direction. A client and attorney privilege is a thing, and it's upheld by the legal system. So him saying that, I'm out of here and I can't continue, and you're the only black lawyer on his team, odd. The first thing that comes to mind, these are all just opinions, right, is it's some devil's advocate type shit, right? With Keanu Reeves, where think about how that movie ended. Like, the lawyer can get to a place where morality wise, he's like, I got daughters, I got kids. Maybe you've seen some shit via your client attorney privilege that made you feel away. And I could even take that to the beginning of Devil's Advocate. Remember, Keanu Reeves was sitting there, he's defending that the teacher who was a pedo, right? And the little girl that's on a stand, she's explaining, her interaction with the teacher, and they Keanu Reeves pressed the hell out of the little girl, you know, like, oh, you call the teacher a fat pig, and you draw pictures about him, trying to put her in a position to make it look to the jury that she just made this all up because she doesn't like the teacher. But as she's explaining things, later on, Keanu Reeves looks to the side, and his client, the pedo, he's like rubbing the bottom of the table, right? And the scene kind of indicates like he's being turned on by the little girl on the stand. Keanu Reeves looks at him like, oh shit, my fucking client is guilty. And he goes into the bathroom and he's got to get himself together, washing his face. He's like, fuck, I'm defending a piece of shit. I'm defending the devil right now. Oh, literally, the devil, right? When you think about that movie with Al Pacino later on, I'm defending the devil, right? Damn, that was a bar. But he still goes back into court in the beginning of the movie and he still defends him. He still defends him. At the end of the movie, when we see the opportunity for him to like make that same decision again, he withdraws out of the key. Like, I'm cool. I can't go on. I can't defend this client anymore. In the beginning of the movie, it was like he's gonna defend his client still because he got this whole reputation of he never lost a case before. So he's gonna continue. By the end of the movie, he realizes like winning or losing a case or breaking my win streak isn't as important as who I am as a man. You see, it's such a classic movie. Thank you, Trilly and Truly say that movie is goated. And if y'all know me as a movie head, I draw on movie scenes a lot because art imitates life. Art imitates life. It's real people that's putting these scripts and these dialogues and these scenes together to recreate things that have either happened or they know can happen or will happen. So even people that predict the future and shit. Shout out to The Simpsons. But anyway, sooner or later, somebody gonna drop in the comment. I think ARP is Illuminati with some of the way he talks. Like, but yo, Pete, y'all. But Pete, it's true. It's true. And shout out to the members. Butter, good morning to you too. And Lulu says, I'm definitely watching the movie after this live. I guess the way that I'm breaking down the scenes is like, yo, fuck that. I'm putting that movie on. Shout out to the chat. I'll fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it's real shit. And that was my first feeling and thought when we saw Diddy's lawyer say, yo, I'm out of here. The only black lawyer on the team. Yo, I'm out of here, man. I'm good. I can't explain reasons why I'm leaving because of a client attorney privilege, but I'm out. Defending Diddy right now is one of the highest profile things you could ever do as a lawyer. I assume there's a lot of money to be made there. You win a case like that, it's no different than Young Thug's attorney or recently A$AP Rocky's attorney. We meet some of these lawyers for the very first time. You know what happens when they win cases like this or when you become Johnny Cochran? Your card goes in the pocket or the wallet of all these rappers, all these celebrities. You're sought out. Your price goes up. I'm talking about you get calls now to your firm. You gotta turn it down. And nah, that don't seem like a $5 million case to me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You pull out of the Diddy case as a lawyer. These are like career cases. These are like a lawyer's dream sometimes. To pull out of that. So when I add that to the devil's advocate thing, that makes me think like this can't be good. This can't be good. And when we talk about this angle that the video was ending with, or at least when we paused it, of Diddy going with the race angle as it pertains to that act that was passed that would classify him as, conducting himself within prostitution or sex trafficking and crossing certain lines, right? Why wouldn't that be one of his defenses? Prostitution, sex trafficking. What are you talking about? I just gave this person a flight or a bus ticket, whatever, because they wanted to come fly in and hang out with us. You saw the Cassie tapes, right? Does she look like she was being forced, or does she look like it was consensual? Isn't that your star witness, Cassie? I'm telling y'all right now, anybody that says Diddy is fried, slow down, move back into this gray color with me. You can't say Diddy is fried, and you can't say Diddy's about to get off. He has a very strong team. He has a lot of resources. And once again, The stuff that he's being accused of and the charges that he has to fight is not the stuff that people are speaking about in the public court of perception, right? We might say, oh, he's a piece of shit, he's a nice person, and he did bad music deals with this person, that person, and this and that. That's not what he's going to court for. He's not even going to court for beating up on Cassie, right? That fucked him up. That seeing that imagery fucked him up. Court of public opinion starts to weigh in and says, ew, disgusting, fuck you. It fucked him up. But that's not what he's going to court for. I'm telling y'all, move into this color of gray, because Diddy is not fried yet. Diddy is sitting down, preparing for his court date to roll around, because he knows they're going to put up some valid defenses. And if they put Cassie up there and they cook her and they got her looking like ASAP Relly, as if any of this has to do with any type of money, some of y'all are going to be singing a different tune, even though y'all saw the damn video. I'm telling you, watch this shit is about to split the country, just like fucking Tory and Meg did. It's going to split niggas and motherfuckers arguing and getting into it. Oh, you team Diddy? Oh, you support Diddy? Oh, you ain't see the trial updates from yesterday from the defense? Oh, you fuck with him? Oh, you a piece of... Watch. And I'm going to sit back and I'm like, I ain't getting into none of that shit with none of y'all. I'm just going to cover it and give y'all my opinions piece by piece. But some people are going to get mad at me for some of my opinions during that case. And other times y'all going to agree with me. I can see it coming a mile away. I can see it coming a mile away. Shout out to Maurice. Morrow says, I think you mean Spike Lee here, stated Kendrick used similar message from the movie Chirac using Samuel L. Jackson. Dope. He's never going to stop. If you saw my stream about how he broke the Super Bowl record, check that out, people. I think it's clear from a number standpoint that one of the genius things that Kendrick has conditioned his fan bases, as well as other people that watch his shit, to do is to continue to replay, reevaluate, and look for Easter eggs and gems and double and triple layers and meanings, right? What does that do? That makes you rewatch things. I've watched this Super Bowl more than I watched any other Super Bowl because I knew there was things to go rewatch and refilter. So that's part of his formula. It's still creative because we still get interesting visuals, but it's part of the numbers formula. The same way you could say part of the numbers formula is selling physical records along with streams. So if you got vinyls or you got CDs or whatever, and that complements your streaming numbers, etc., they find ways to manipulate these views. I shouldn't say manipulate these views. I should say to elevate the views, because the rules are the rules and everybody gets to play by the same rules. If you can't sell these amount of vinyls to complement your streams, then that's on you. But Drake doing that with Party Next Door, for example, it's done to add to the numbers tactically, right? Because Drake doesn't be selling physical shit for how many years like that. So it's tactical. Same way I'm going to be fair, I'm going to say Kendrick doing all these layers to something like the Squabble Up video is going to add 2 or 3 or 4 times the amount of views to it. Same thing with the Super Bowl, because it's going to make us rewatch it more than we normally would to find and track down and to reiterate other Easter eggs and shit. So other artists will probably start to do that more and realize like that being part of the formula is a win within a win, Hey. What else we got going on? Chat. Let me do something real quick before I get up out of here. I need to ask y'all a question that I need y'all to weigh in before we drop. I'm going to go over to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to pull up the video. Let me pause it because I don't want to hear the... All right, how do I go to... Let me see if I go to my... It says open panel. I can't open it. It's something I never did before. I want to put up a voting poll. I'm gonna watch out for the chat so y'all can learn me too. I don't feel like Googling it right now. I know I can figure it out when I end the chat, but I want to figure it out right now. And I want to put a voting poll up for y'all. I'm on the channel right now. I'm on the video. How do I add a voting poll to the chat right now? Damn, I want to add a voting poll. Let me look at the chat. Chat, help me out. How do I add a voting poll to the chat right now? I want to ask y'all a question and I want the numbers documented instead of just having y'all type in yes and no. Now, if I'm on a channel, yeah, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all what I see right now. If I'm on the channel with my own live right now, right? I see here, you see it says live chat, but then the open panel is grayed out, I guess because we're in the middle of a live. How the hell do I add a poll to the chat right now? I think it's a button by the chat for you. Says SM Goblin. Trying to find it. Peekaboo. I just put all buggers about chat. Peekaboo. Oh, wait. Here. All right, here goes the chat. All right, hold on. What's this? Is this it? Plus. There we go. All right, we figured it out. Thank you, SM Goblin, for at least putting me on a trail. And now let's let me try to get this. Oh, I closed the fucking YouTube window that was on. Stupid. That's dumber than fucking. All right, hold on. I need y'all to answer something for me before we get up out of here. And I'm gonna do these more frequent. Back to the video, back to the live. Pause this so I don't hear the damn audio of myself in the background. Okay. Plus, start a poll. Okay, ask a question. Here we go. I also want to see if it comes up in StreamYard. Okay. Oh snap! It only gives you 2 answers. I need 4. Hold on. Let me try this. Okay, hold on. Stay with me. I got y'all. Yeah. Okay. If I only get 2, it's all good. I'll try to figure out if I get more than 2 later, but I could still do this for 2. Oh no, it's gonna give me 3, I think, at least. Okay. 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 Hold on. We're still going. Let me put this in the chat for y'all. Oh no, I do get a 4th option. Dope. Start poll. Let me see. Yeah, people try to get it down for a couple. Do I see it in the StreamYard chat now? I just dumped it on the YouTube side. Where is this shit? I just put a poll up. Do y'all see the poll? Do y'all see the poll that came into the chat? I need y'all to answer this before we get up out of here. Do y'all see the poll? Let's see. Yes. Okay. Damn, how come I don't see it? I want to see it too. Answer that for me, y'all. I'm gonna find it. While y'all are answering that, I'm gonna try to find it so I can see it too. At least y'all saying yes, y'all see it. Yes. Yeah, I see it. Yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So I just learned something new. Bet I'm gonna do those damn near every stream. Because sometimes what I do instead is I just be asking y'all the questions, and then all we do is have a million yeses and nos in the chat. I want to do more of these with y'all so that I can learn the chat more, and also that we can document where we all stand on some of this shit. Because it's not just gonna be about the topic. Some of it's gonna be like guilty, not guilty. And I want to see what y'all gonna say. And we're gonna come back and we do later streams. We'd be like, nope, see that is not guilty. And 90% of y'all said guilty last month. Yeah, nigga. All right, I see the poll right now on the YouTube side. Okay, so far I see Kendrick's chess game is 51%. So anybody that's watching this later on or whatever, the poll that I put up for the chat is which topic was the best? I put Kendrick's chess game, Garci and Oschino, 50 Cent and Lil Meech, or Diddy's lawyer drops out. So far, y'all got Kendrick's chess game winning at 50%. Y'all got Garci and Oschino at 22%. Y'all got 50 Cent and Lil Meech at 26%. And y'all got Diddy's lawyer at 2%. And I see these numbers starting to change a little bit. I'll tell y'all personally, as we was going over it, and maybe it's more so like the man thing for me, I don't know. I enjoyed the Garcia and the Oschino topic the most. The Kendrick topic, I think, is like a timestamp, right? We get to predict something that is unfolding right in front of our face, and it's just like, nah, we on to something here. This might get ugly. And then with the tour coming up later, where he's not restricted into some 14-minute window, and he can't curse and all this shit. If he gonna do the say Drake at the Super Bowl, yeah, this tour is about to be spooky. So I think that was a dope topic. I enjoyed that. But I don't know. I just enjoyed talking about the Garcia and the Oschino topic the most. That's just me personally. All right, now y'all got Kendrick's chess game at 48%. Y'all got Garcia and Oschino at 26%. 50 and Lil Meech at 24%. Y'all still got the Diddy's lawyer drops out at 2%. Okay. 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 I don't see that on the StreamYard side for some reason. Shout out to the members. Dog Pound 713 says nobody care about no damn Diddy. LOL. Maybe that's why y'all got it at 2%. Y'all like all the other ones much better. Oh man. Oh, word? Mods can create polls as well. Mods, y'all got the freedom to do that. Have fun. Mods, if you can create polls during the live chat, during the streams, do it. Do it. Ask. See, that's the thing about when you're a moderator. When you're a moderator, you're supposed to be an extension of the Sorry Is True podcast. So we're supposed to have similarities. Like you could ask things that you think I might ask. You could ask like, do you think ARP's detail about that is true or false? Mods, throw that in there. I like that. That's dope. That's dope. I did not know that the mods could vote. That is dope. I mean, not vote, but put the polls up as well. Oh, I definitely know people gonna want to be mods more now. That is dope. Okay. Let me take one more quick glance at the poll before we get up out of here. Which topic was the best once again? So far, y'all got the Kendrick's chess game is at 48%. Garcia and Oschino is at 26%. Y'all move that into second place. 50 and Lil Meech is now. Oh, hold on. It just tied. Oh, it went back down. Oh, just moved again. What the fuck? That shit moving fast in real time. All right, let me rephrase myself. Kendrick chess game is still strongly in the lead with 45%. So damn near half of the votes. Okay. Garcia and Oschino and 50 Cent and Lil Meech is going back and forth. Right now it's 24% and 26% with 50 and Lil Meech leading. But that seems to be going back and forth. I'm just glad that y'all enjoyed the Garcia and the Oschino topic, because that means to me that the way that we discuss and we break down topics is enjoyable, even if it's not big news. Big news to me is Lil Durk just got arrested. Diddy just got indicted. Jay-Z just got found. His case was just dismissed. That's big news. But if y'all could count on me to make interesting conversations out of things that are much smaller topics, that shows me that the chat is with me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all got Garci and Oschino bouncing back and forth between second place is dope. And I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because my style is, I think it's unique. Everybody adds what they add to these different topics on the internet. But you could tell that, like ARP isn't just going watching somebody and then just totally regurgitating what somebody else said. I feel I could damn near start to spot out other people that are watching my shit and repeating me. I can see that, and even some big podcasts. I ain't gonna lie, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think everybody inspiring each other is dope, but I'm just so unique. I could just look at a topic, and then a bunch of points will formulate in my head. Some of them I'll jot down so I don't miss them or forget them. And then we're just gonna cut on the stream and build. And it's like I sound like nobody else. So that's dope. And y'all being able to rock with that, even if it's a small topic, tells me a lot. Tells me a lot. Okay. Damn. 4 topics. I like doing multiple topics, but an hour and 45 minutes in, shit. Saturday. Let me go get in the gym. Then after that, go find me some more medicine. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Sorry Shoe podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna get another piece of content out today. I might get another battle rap clip up, another classic moment, paying homage to the 10 years of the RBE channel. So keep your eyes on the channel, turn your notifications on. But if you don't, just keep checking the top of the channel. You'll see in the playlists, you'll see a lot of the new stuff just coming up. We here every damn day. So we working, y'all. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I drop it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Shoe podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.